Hello class, so today we're going to start our new assignment that's going to be all about the If I Were a Hip Hop Artist. If you're here on this page, we've read through it already, you've checked out the requirements, and then we're going to move down here to where I have the If I Were a Hip Hop Artist document. So this document is important because it's going to help you kind of come up with your script for your recording or your blog creation that you're going to be making later. You've also had time to review which type of artist you are. So do you think you'd be a hip-hop DJ? Would you be a hip-hop b-boy or b-girl? Would you be a hip-hop graffiti artist? Would you be a hip-hop MC? Would you be a hip-hop beatboxer? So those are the 5 kind of artists that you could potentially be as a hip-hop star. So once you've done that, we're going to go back here to If I Were a Hip Hop Artist. Click on it, and it's going to download to your menu. Hopefully it's here. If not, it should show up in your other download section. Open it up, and it's going to look like this. And these are the questions that are the exact same that you would find right here for the requirements. I just wanted to give you an easier train of thought to kind of do this. Of course, you're going to enable editing, and then you'd start with it. So describe yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, interests, 2 events that have made you the person you are today, 3 values or beliefs, which art form you identify with the most, and 1 way you would use your art form to spread your positive message. So I've already created this for myself, and I'm going to share that with you now. Notice that it's everything that's in green is what I put in. So for me, my strengths are I'm hardworking, I'm caring, and I'm a people person. My weaknesses are I'm stubborn and I take things personally. My interests are music, fitness, and food. Nom noms. 2 events that made me the person I am today. The first one was surviving a car crash on my 18th birthday. They almost amputated my left leg, so that's something that I think about often and always try to overcome, and I'm just really thankful for my time here on this planet. The second event was being the first sibling. I have an older brother and a younger sister, and I was the first to move away from college, or after college, from Maine to North Carolina. That was a huge step in my life, and it was when I was 20. I hadn't even turned 21 yet, so that was pretty epic. 3 values or beliefs I have. My first value is to treat everyone with respect. My second belief or value is to look at things in a new perspective always. Try to put yourself in someone else's shoes, essentially. And then my third value is every life is precious. Which art form do I identify with the most? The art form I identify the most with is a DJ. And the reason why is a DJ can compose and create something new from something that already exists. They're innovators. They get to use the music to create. They don't necessarily have to speak. And sometimes I think that actions in music speaks louder than words in the lyrics. And then 1 way I would use my art form to spread my positive message is to share new perspectives on life and challenge people to think differently tomorrow than how they think today. So once you fill this out, then you can go to the next step, which is if you have a recording device like what I'm using right now to record yourself, you can use that. If not, just go into Soundtrap. And when we go into Soundtrap, we're going to enter Studio. And we're going to do a podcast this time. Okay. Notice there's not a whole lot of difference between the 2. That's totally fine. But it's going to let us see how many seconds we have to do versus measures. Remember, for this assignment, I'll go back real quick. Your assignment needs to be no longer than 1 minute and 30 seconds. If you're anything like me, anyone like me, you can talk your ear off to anyone. So it's important to minimize what you're going to say, which is why you practice. So we're going to go here. We're going to add a new track, and we're just do voice or microphones. And this is where I would start my podcast or my recording. So I'm going to just hit the record button. And it's already started. So I would start and say, hello, my name is Morgan Brockman, and for my project today, we're going to talk about some things and attributes about my life that are important. And I'm going to pull this up real quick, and I'm going to read right through it. So my strengths are I'm a hardworking, caring, and a people person. My weaknesses would be I'm stubborn, and I kind of take things personally. My interests are music, fitness, and food. Two events that made me the person I am today. I survived a car crash on my 18th birthday that was life-threatening. And the second event was I was the first of 3 siblings to move out of my house and move from Maine to North Carolina. My 3 values or beliefs are to treat everyone with respect, to look at things in a new perspective, and every life is precious. If I had to choose a hip-hop art form that I identify with, I would say a DJ, because a DJ is an innovator. They get to create something from nothing, or something from another thing that already exists. And one way I would use my art form to spread a positive message is to help share perspectives on life and challenge people to think differently than how they think tomorrow. And that would essentially be it. So we're going to go back and hit the stop button, and boom, we can click out of that. It's right under the minute 30 mark. So I would go back and listen to this. And it's already started. And we have a few things that I could actually edit or cut, so I can just take this and see if that helps. Let's start and say, hello. I'm going to go a little bit further. And then I'm going to scroll this down. Okay. I would listen to this again if I like it. I'd go ahead and save it. We're going to call this hip hop artist. We're going to save it. After we save it, it's mixing. We're going to go over here. We're going to export it. And then export it into an MP3. Okay, we got to make sure it's done mixing first. Once it's done like that, we're going to follow the process, download it, and end it in the submissions box. And that's what you're doing today, okay? Good luck. I'm here if you need any help on anything, guys.